There seems to be some misconceptions floating around about my piece of the puzzle in the To Be Better verse. Like there's some kind of bombshell that I'm hiding. I'm holding some kind of chip. I've been pretty good with avoiding this nonsense for a while, but I think it's time to address it a little bit. First, some people have the allegation that I'm only nice to Chris and Peaches in order to keep my kids. So far to the point where they've called my co-parenting Stockholm Syndrome, as if they have some kind of power over me that they could rug pull my fatherhood away from me right beneath my feet at any moment if I do something that they don't like. That is so baffling to me. There's nothing that they've done to me to indicate that they would threaten me in any way. Like, yes, I've made content revolving around their existence. I think about 5 videos, like 4 videos, 4 or 5, pretty much like 4 or 5 videos. I think I gave my initial reaction to their content, then I made 2 videos disagreeing with them and kind of making fun of them a little bit, and then 1 video congratulating them on their subs. That's it. You can blatantly see that I'm not catering to their every whim or like worried about how they feel about my online presence. There's even been a small handful of people that believe that I make content to just use them to boost myself as if I give a shit, or like I'm doing it on a constant day-to-day basis. I've made a few videos disagreeing with them because like one time they bashed gamers and now they're gaming on Twitch. I think there's some form of hypocrisy there. Like I've mentioned negative things about their content openly and publicly. So the thought that people are sitting there looking at me as if I'm using them. I've even denied them collaboration. Like there's been moments where I have been asked to do something with them and I've said no. There's only one thing that I did agree to do with them on, and was to sit down with Chris and come on the show and talk about fatherhood, because him and I have 2 somewhat different ideas of what fatherhood means. No, my fatherhood isn't at stake if I disagree with them or make any negative claims about their content. That's a completely absurd notion, and the thought that it even crossed someone's mind is just absolute lunacy. Well, this is the point where I've seen people legitimately question if my son is actually my own son, which is just, it's so, you have to understand how outer space that perspective is. Like this is, it's such a bad joke. I've even mentioned that their content seems like they're taking advantage of people who are insecure or damaged. Now, I don't think that's just everything that they've done. I have seen them try to just, it seems like they want to do some good. I don't know. I'm not very fluent in their content and I don't want to be. I don't care. I don't agree with a lot of what they say. So just thinking that I am some kind of Stockholm Syndrome co-parenting person instead of just a regular person is weird to me. The next thing I want to address is for the people who want to know how I personally felt about them calling themselves married when our divorce wasn't even finalized legally. We separated a long time ago. I mean, I've come to peace with Peaches not being my wife years ago, dude. I didn't personally take offense to them calling themselves married at all. I have actually seen people in platonic relationships go, this is my wife, you know, this is my husband, which is like less on a lesser level, like platonic relationship. It's not far-fetched to see people in a relationship treat each other like husband and wife, or talk to each other as if they are, or give each other pet names like my wife or my husband. It's not like you guys are the IRS and they're just cheating on their form about their marital status, talking about how they're married when they're not. It's not like they have this documented that they're married. Again, I'm not super fluent in their content, so I could be wrong, but I'm not sure if they've ever came out and said that they were legitimately legally married at any point in their content. I don't think so. I'm not under that impression. I don't believe that. As a matter of fact, I think that they've addressed that they're not legally married at some point. I can't give you that information. I don't know. I don't care. So if people really want to know how I felt about them saying that they're married when they aren't or weren't, it doesn't hurt me. It's not my relationship. I'm in a relationship. I'm dating Angel Bunny. Like, I don't care. Why would I care about their relationship status? I don't care about legalities. I'm very anti-government. I'm not very keen on bureaucrats. I don't like bureaucracy too much. I think it's absolutely absurd. We were getting divorced. We are still divorced. Like it's basically over. Like we've actually finalized it. I made a video talking about how we finalized the divorce. In conclusion, I'm not very fluent with their personal drama or their past. I'm not fluent in every aspect of their content or Chris's past. I don't want to be. I don't have evidence of Peaches ever cheating on me or have ever really been suspicious of it. So I don't know. People wanted to know how I felt about it, and I did feel somewhat obliged to just give my perspective of it. So yeah, I don't very much care for their content, and they don't very much care for mine. I guess most people would agree with that. I don't really see a problem with what I do. I just kind of make videos with current events and talk about things and play some games here and there. I'm not trying to be like stupid famous all the time. I don't care. I just really enjoy editing and playing games. Like editing is a huge part of, yeah, it's time consuming, and yeah, I get stressful at night because it does chop into my sleep time a lot. It is editing like a 2 hour long clip. Like if I record a game for like 2 hours and then I have to sit down and go through it and highlight it or just cut out here like the boring parts. It's effort, especially when I'm trying to zoom into my face and zoom out, and it's effort. So, but it is fun to do. Is I enjoy doing it. I like editing. So, like how I said in my YouTube sunk cost fallacy video, where I was talking about how you should just not give up. Like Monkey D. Luffy wouldn't want you to give up. Just keep trying your best to do what you want to do with your life. It's a lot better to die failing trying to do what you want to do than it is to succeed at something that makes you unsatisfied, to like become successful with stuff that you don't want to do. I don't want to go work in construction for the rest of my life. I worked in construction for 2 years. I don't want like the careers that I've had. It's weird. I've had over 20 jobs. I don't like them. I've sold phones. I've done retail. I've been a manager in restaurants. I've done cooking. I've done numerous things. I've worked in warehouses. I've worked in factories. I've worked driving. I've done so much shit, and nothing's stuck. I mean, I've enjoyed doing a lot of those things, not to the point where I've wanted to do them for the rest of my life, but I could probably sit here and make videos with being happy. I could probably sit here and make videos being happy for the rest of my life. Like, honestly, I could, but I don't see that happening, and that's okay. It's my hobby. It's not a career. It's a hobby. So thank you very much. Leave a like to the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Complete.